La Tierra community. I've missed you guys. I hope everyone is staying healthy and happy, and fifth graders, that you're being nice to your parents, and all of you graders. Okay, we saw a video about elephant toothpaste in class while we were learning about water molecules, and this was kind of just a fun, just explosive, colorful experiment. This is my very first time doing it, so we shall see if it looks as good in my backyard as it did on the YouTube that we watched. Here I had 2 tablespoons of warm water, and I added 1 teaspoon of dry yeast. That's great for baking. It makes things rise. So I stirred my 2 tablespoons of warm water, 1 teaspoon of dry yeast, stirred it here. All right, set it aside. Here I've already poured in half a cup of hydrogen peroxide. To add just a squeeze of dish soap, just a drop. And kind of mix that around. We have food coloring. We want our elephant toothpaste to be a pretty color. Let's go La Tierra colors, why not? So we'll go on that. Alright. So we're going to add our yeast and warm water to our hydrogen peroxide, soap, and food coloring. So I'm going to stand back and move my belongings. And we should have, put on your protective goggles, put on your protective hands, and let's see how we do. Alright, here we go. Elephant toothpaste. Ooh. Oh. A little underwhelming, but we gave it our best shot. Hope you guys are having fun at home. See you when I see you. Bye. Hey, 5th graders. Here is my second attempt at elephant toothpaste. The one thing that I have changed, the variable that I changed, I now am using a higher concentrate of hydrogen peroxide, which we'll talk about the molecules that make that up, H2O2. So it's 2 hydrogen, 2 oxygen. And last time that we tried this, it was 3% hydrogen peroxide. I got a stronger concentrated version, so let's see if that makes a difference. All right, I have my yeast in warm water, same as last time. I have my half a cup of hydrogen peroxide here. I'm gonna add a squirt of soap, dish soap, give it a little swirl. Food coloring, because we want our elephants to know it's mint flavored. And I'm gonna pour in our yeast, and hopefully we'll get a more exciting result than last time. Here we go. Elephant toothpaste. Woo! A little bit more. Oh, it's going. Okay, so those were my 2 attempts at making elephant toothpaste. The variable that I changed, hoping to get a more dramatic chemical reaction, it was the concentrate of the hydrogen peroxide. The first one that I used was 3%. This is like household hydrogen peroxide that you probably have in a brown bottle that you would put on scrapes or cuts and it bubbles up. I ordered this 8%, and this is kind of cool. It shows you the hydrogen and the oxygen atoms there forming the hydrogen peroxide molecule. So the 8% is what I tried in the second video. It gave us a little bit more of an exciting reaction, but it still wasn't quite as big as the other YouTube videos we've seen. So that was the variable that I chose. In experiments, you have controlled variables, those stay the same, and then you have other variables that you change to try to figure out what is it that influences your final result. And you can isolate, which variable made the difference. And so I was trying two different kinds of strengths of hydrogen peroxide. One was 3% the household, and then the other one was 8%. What's pretty cool about hydrogen peroxide, and that we have learned over the last few weeks, they have hydrogen and oxygen atoms. What do we call it when atoms are bonded together? Starts with an M. Molecule. So I think you guys are familiar with H2O, right? Drinking water. H2O, a water molecule, has 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. A hydrogen peroxide molecule has 2 hydrogen atoms, 2 oxygen atoms. So that's the difference. Changing that molecule just ever so slightly really changes what product you have. Hydrogen peroxide is used to heal cuts. It makes a bubbly surface over a fresh wound, and drinking water doesn't do that. Okay, we're going to talk about it a little bit more, and I also included some fun water experiments that you can try at home. And so if you ever do one, make sure to record it and send it to me and let me know how it goes. Thanks.